with me, Angela. Let's let the birds out. So, are you ready? Are you ever so steady? You are? Ready, steady. Woo! Really, Elvin. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Run, run, run. Yes. I forgot to bring my camera, but I haven't been up to filming the last couple of weeks. So I rehomed 4 geese. They've gone down to my cousin's place where she's a farmhand on a vegan farm. So they've got 40 acres and a lake. And they often have ducks off me as well. So there we are. So it's a lot quieter, it's not so much work, and in all honesty, old Gandhi by there is a lot less what's the word I'm looking for? He's a lot less cantankerous now, that's the word. He doesn't bite, because he did get into a thing where he absolutely hated my laces on my shoes when I had my trainers on, and then he might bite my knee or something, but he doesn't now, or at least touch wood, he hasn't. What do you want? What do you want, Bronwyn? What do you want? Do you want Happy Cucumber Day? Should I go out and should I go and get some cucumbers? I think I should. So they're out for their morning walk. And I do have to tell you a story. I need to tell you a story, I do, my lovelies. But I'll get into that a bit later. So Gandhi, or Ganderton, my gander, there. And I've kept Loosey Goosey. So I've got the 2 geese now. So there's Loosey Goosey and there's Ganderton. Aren't you? Gandhi, you're my boy. Are you my boy? You are. You know what he's waiting for? He's waiting for a play with the hose pipe. That's what he's waiting for. Oh, there they go. They've gone to call for Uncle Alan, I think. What are you doing? Run, run, run! Run, run, run! Come on, come on, run, 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 run! Good job! Good job, gooses! Yes. Oh, and the chickens are at it now. Good job! Good job! So this chicken on the forward one, this one here, that's Blue. I've named her Blue because Bluebell, but you can see she's got like a darker face, you know, around the eyes and the cheeks and whatnot. So I've called her Blue, and the other one is Belle. So that's how I tell the difference between those 2. And then the red ones, well, they're coming about actually. They're still very wily. Red and Flo. So, yes. So I believe that's red. Aren't you red? Hey, tuk tuk, tuk 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 tuk, tuk tuk tuk. Bok 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 bok. Bok bok bok. Tuk tuk tuk. I think Mummy got to go and get her camera if I'm doing a video. I haven't made a video for a little while. I've been too busy with the computer and with the with the harvesting and whatnot. So I'll go and get my camera. And I have to tell you a story, which is best told on my camera. I think. Don't you think, Ganderton? They've turned into really excellent guardians of the house and the flock. They let me know if anybody's about. They let me know if somebody's locked outside. Like the other day, Miss Georgina, my little handicapped duck, she was outside. And they let me know she was outside, so I opened the gate and she came running in. Poor Miss Josephine, she's her arthritis is still pretty bad. She is an older girl now. I think she's maybe 6 or 7. She could be 8. I don't know, but she is getting on. Yes, so there we are. And Miss Betty, I'm going to have to do Miss Betty again, which I'm not happy about, but I knew I'd have to do it. I've done her 4 times in total. I've got 1 draining needle left and a couple of syringes. I don't want to use the syringes, but reason being is the oh, you don't want to watch an empty lane, do you? I'll turn the camera around on my phone actually. So sorry about the hand. So reason being is that she gets on fine when I've done it, and she's perky in every other way, and bless her heart, she even lays an egg now and again, but I know which eggs are Betty's because they're misshapen. You know, they're kind of flat on one side where the water belly is, so obviously it's pushing down on her on her what do you call it, on the shell gland. So consequently, when the egg makes its way down, as it turns, it swirls, and that's how you get the strands inside. And of course, when it goes down for the eggshell to go on in the shell gland, because there's a lot of pressure on the one side, the egg is perfectly formed, except on the one side it's flat, or you know, it's not shaped like a normal egg. So I know which ones are Betty's. She doesn't lay them often, but she still tries to. And so other than this big water belly, she's running around like a nutter. She's doing all ducky things. She really, really is. I left it too long the time before last. So she actually, her belly was beginning to tear, so I did it again, and I'm wondering if when will be the time to stop this treatment, because but she's not ill in herself, you know. She's bathing, taking care of herself, and as much as she can, but when she runs she has to sit down and have a rest. But I don't want to get it to that stage again, so I don't know if there's an actual thing that can be inserted so I can drain it and plug it back rather than having to put a needle in, but I don't want to have to keep doing it. And I know, yes, you might say it's cruel, and I don't want to give her the ultimate treatment, which is, I don't want to do that, you know, because when she's drained, she's perfect, you know, but she gets uncomfortable when her belly's full because she can't take care of her backside of her vent, and so it gets poop caked. And then, like yourself, if you've got a bad tummy and whatever, then your bottom gets sore. It's the same with a duck, you know, or a chicken or whatever. If they've got water belly and it gets so big that they can't take care of their rear end or you know, then it does get sore. It gets caked, just like a baby, you know. If you don't change a baby's nappy, they get sore. So, yes, so there we are. My friends up the way there, they have decided, and they have been building non-stop for a while now. In fact, they're still at it. It seems I've converted them. They are going to grow their own, and they're going today to collect some chickens. They've built a fabulous pen and house, which I'm really impressed with. And yeah, so I'm really chuffed about that, because they are growing their own and they're serious about it. So that's amazing. So yes, so down here, a lot of people seem to be going back to how things used to be, you know, well, during the war, my son, as it were. Yes, it was commonplace for people to grow their own, even to grow in their own pigs. You know, they'd have a pig club, and, you know, they'd all contribute to it, food-wise, keeping it, this, that and the other, and then the processing, and then they would share the pig. So, which is something that we are interested in as a team, class ourselves as a team now. So, but I don't know where we would keep a pig. You know, we're a bit short on the old land, so betwixt us. So there we are. I have to swap hands a minute. Yes. Look at that. Bless her heart. Are you running, Red? Come on. I know, they're all down there. Run. Let's turn you back around. So, I need to go and get my other camera. Well, this isn't a camera, is it? This is my phone. It was quite a cold night. It's a beautiful September morning here. And it's very warm. So I'll go and get my other camera. And I think they're all waiting for their morning cucumber. So we'll go up now, and I'll show you the garden as we walk, and I'll go and get my other camera. Oh, so I managed finally to clear this. So I've put a couple of ton of chippings down and spread them out. Yes, so I want to get a couple of more ton, but obviously getting 2 or 3 tons of chippings at the same time would be too much for me. So I have to finish clearing that by there, so I can put chippings there. So that means digging down a bit and laying the chippings there. So that's what I need to do. And then I want to make a because that's about the level of the gate now, so I can shut the gate and open the gate, so I've got the basic shape. So I need to try and sort of make a support there where the curve is, to contain the chippings that I want to put up there, so there'll be a step down to the gate, I think. I don't know. So I want to remove these slabs here and get, I suppose it would take a good ton or 2 of chippings, but they work really, really well. So I want to build up to make this all flat with the chippings. Hello. Hello. Hello, sweetheart. Oh, sorry, I cut your head off. Oh, I know. I should get quacking, shouldn't I? I should get quacking. Do you want a catch? Yes. So I want to put all chippings here, because I was a bit dubious about chippings. Obviously, with chippings you can't scrape it, because all the chippings come up. So ideally this would be cement. but you can cement over chip-ins. Yes. But I can scrape this poop up, but I couldn't if it was over chip-ins. I've got my coffee in there. So, yes, my rhubarb is dying back. But, obviously the chickens and the ducks got in there, and the geese, not the geese, just the ducks and not the chickens, because I got it, you know, sectioned off. But good gracious me, they mullered it, they smashed it. So it's going back again, so I got to try and fence this off. That's one compost heap. I do believe all the damage on these leaves is not caused by the humble caterpillar, the cabbage white. I do believe it's caused by a moth, by the grub of a moth, which is so big, it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger moth, and it just chomps everything. So my beans are growing back now. They're still producing. As you can see, the geese trimmed the bottom. Wonderful creatures. Yes, they did. They mullered it. And they cut all this back for me. But it's still producing there. And I'll just give you a quick look in the poly. Yes, I cut my melon back. I cut the melon down, and it was delicious. It really was. So these are my crystal apple cucumbers, which are growing so much. I mean, they're really prolific. The market more, whereas they're still producing, they are slowing up. So I've still got cucumbers there, but they are slowing up. But the crystal apple, I would suggest everybody, it's a brilliant. I think I need to tie that pepper plant up. It's a brilliant prolific plant. So I've had loads of aubergines off my aubergine plants, which I'm really chuffed about, and I've started dehydrating them. So my tomatoes are still producing, but very slow. Yes, these are still growing nuts, literally growing nuts. My rocket is there. And look, I've got more down there. I will be in here in a bit because I want to take some for some cucumber relish. Yes. You see what I mean about the crystal apple? It's just grown bananas. Yeah. Yeah, so my leeks are coming on. The basil has decided to have a regrowth, which I'm chuffed about. So I will be taking some basil and putting that in the dehydrator. I did have a bit of a plague of these moth larvae, which I don't think there's any more on there, which they were just like, they were just dreadful. They were just chomping everything, and they were really they were a real hard pest to deal with, you know. I didn't realize that look, this is the last of the Amish paste, I believe. They were really difficult to deal with, you know, and they're a good size and they're chunk. They're like the really hungry caterpillar, not the hungry caterpillar. So, oh, the aubergines are, there may be one on here. The aubergines are black pearl. I'll give it a little shake. Now give it a little shake. One might fall off. Yes, so I found the aubergines. Yes, there is one on here. See what they do, look. They just... See, I'm growing aubergines for my family, not for the blooming caterpillars. But they just... I read up about them and they cause such a lot of damage on crops. So... yeah, so every time I see one, I feed it to the ducks. The geese don't eat them, they're vegetarians, more or less. So, I better go and drink my coffee, I think. So I have to clean this in here. My coffee's over there on the hen house, on the little duck house there, which... I'm trying to get the birds used to staying in this area. Look at that down there. I think there's half a dozen eggs down there. And never ever before, ever, have I... my coffee. Oops, I didn't mean to show that. My coffee. Never before. We sort of come in middle of September now, aren't we? We're the 18th. It was my other son's birthday yesterday. I have 5 sons. Yes. Yes, I do. I have 5 sons. So I've got one birthday in August, and my birthday. And then I've got 2 birthdays in September, and the anniversary of my husband's death, and my grandson's birthday. And it's just a big... it's just busy with birthdays and anniversaries in September. So... my sunflowers, people have been hazarding a guess that they are 20 feet tall, perhaps, maybe more. And most of them are on a slant. I think that one is coming to its final, what do you call it, huzzah. But the flowers have been beautiful this year. I will keep the seeds because they are good for the animals and for next year's seeds. And my Mexican marigolds, which they're just giants, and the cosmos, which is taller than me. I know that's not difficult, I'm 5'4", and these cosmos, and they're leaning over, they're enormous. I won't be able to plant them next year here. I will have to make a separate flower bed for them because I've got I have dahlias in there, and I haven't been able to see any flower, but there's one flower in by there. We'll go in and see that one. My coffee was cold, so let's go in and see the dahlia. My echinaceas are stunningly beautiful, so I will have to take some of the flower heads off that are finished so that they can reproduce the seeds. I'm afraid that the there's the dahlias. Aren't they stunning? But I need to get in you with some string and support them because, yes, there's more. There's more by there because they're just getting so. Sorry about the twirl. They're just getting suffocated by the sunflowers and the. Have I got another one flowering? I have to weed here as well. And are you pleased to see me? Yes, so I've got some leeks here, and there is the nasturtium, which I think that's called carnival, which you can eat. You can eat the flowers, you can eat the leaves. Leaves are good in salad apparently, so yes. And my vegetable bed, I mean, I can't get in here. Oh, yes, so there's more. There's an aubergine there, but how to get to it? Oh look, it's like an adventure every time I come in, and I haven't been able to take care of it, so I have to get in here. I have to weed it, and I have to put a roof on it for next year because, well, I do. It's just the way. But everything's growing enormous. I mean, I've harvested tons. I've got 3 freezers. They're all full of meat and veg. And I'm dehydrating and I'm canning as well. So I've got my broccoli. I have to harvest more cabbage up there, and I will blanch it and freeze it. I will harvest and freeze the broccoli because I need to work on this area. I really, really, really need to work on it. Obviously I can't get in there, so when it's full of vegetables, look, there's another broccoli there. Yes, and the onions, they're just ginormous. But it is what it is. It's enormous. There's another broccoli there. Another one. These are sprouting broccolis. So I've had quite a bit off there already. I don't know whether to leave the doors open to let this, because it's got no room to let this grow out there. There's coriander there and more broccoli. This is it's not Marina di Chioggia, it is it's a courgette, not a pumpkin, and courgettes usually sort of grow in a spiral type of thing. They don't usually send out all these tentacles and roots and stuff like that, so I'm a bit surprised at that. But I don't know whether to let this door open to let these things grow faster, not grow faster, but to let these things spread out more. Yeah, I don't know. But I think there's only 2 plants here, and they've just taken over everything. Yes. Of course, my neighbour has decided not to do the garden. I mean, I don't blame her really. And she was doing it all so pretty, and then they came and did the fence next door to her. And they stompled on all her planting and all her hard work. So that's got to be gutting. Never. Oh, wow. And this here, that's a Marina di Chioggia pumpkin or something. Growing up my cosmos, for goodness sakes. Are you all squished? Yeah, so that one's okay. So maybe I should move the cosmos. I didn't think so. Look, that one is all the way up there. That one's got to be about 7 foot tall, and I'm stood on like something in, because I haven't sorted out the slate hump yet. So that is got to be, that cosmos there has to be 7 foot tall. Cosmos don't grow that big. I mean, they just maybe grow 3 foot, but they're enormous. I'm not complaining. Lord knows I'm not complaining. I'm very grateful. But the people that are after I can't produce enough compost, or rather the kids can't. The kids. Yes, the kids, the ducks, not the kids. And the geese. The quack there, that's Josephine. All right, Josephine, I'm coming. All right already. She's telling me the ducks have gone off. So I've harvested my grapes. There's more coming, but not a lot. They are end of season, so I've got some eating grapes, just a few bunches there. And I have to come and... All right, I'm coming. I have to harvest my raspberries this morning. Okie dokes. I've got more cabbages in there and a load of weeds. I've harvested and frozen kohlrabi. It does freeze well. You parboil it and then you freeze it. Right, so I'm going to get my other camera now and we shall crack on. Oh, whilst I'm here, so I've got myself a new dehydrator, which I'm not sure about yet. And there's my utility room unit and my new sink. And I chose a what is it? A beach worktop, I think. So I've got these. I want to dehydrate. I think I'm going to cook the peaches down. They're not as... I don't know why they sell peaches. Like, you just can't... what did I come up here for? It's... And because of all the that's doing with my weighing scales, one being the one in there is just so small, my digital one, and the one in there is so small, the digital one, and so this one weighs up to 5 kilos, so I'm chuffed with that. So I haven't got to be, and because it does the pounds and the kilos, I can, it's easy for me to see how much this, that or the other, instead of having to work it out in my head, because I wish this country had sticked to either one or the, you know, the pounds and ounces. We were all pounds and ounces, and then years ago they introduced the metric, and then I'm a foot and inches girl, and I kind of, you know, but grappling with the imperial measurement and then the metric is can be difficult. Anyway, I shall go now. I might upload this one as a whole. What have I dropped? On my watch. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So there's 10 gallons of blackberry, 5 or 6 gallons there of wine, of the grape, 10 gallons of rhubarb down there. So I've yet to decorate in here, and I have yet to tile. So I'm still trying to suss that out. So anyway, I'm going to go now. Oh, I'll show you this before I go. This does get quite hot in here. So, so I'm drying some bananas and some ginger, which it is quite hot actually. I'll have to turn the temperature down. So I will dry the ginger. I've got bananas there as well. I'm drying my beans there and courgettes. They're almost ready. I think I'll turn the temperature down. What else have I got in here? A little pepper and chilies, a ginger, and that's it. So I'm going to have a go at dehydrated eggs later. So let's turn the controls for this are up here. I'll turn it down because it is pretty dashed hot. Okie dokes. So yeah, that's that turned down. So I'll grab my knife and I will show the make and model and whatnot later. So there, that's me, Angela from Not Just About Ducks, saying, let me turn you around. Oh dear. So this is Angela from Not Just About Ducks saying thank you very much for tuning in. I'll carry on with my videos now. I've nearly sorted the computer out. It is so slow, it's just, oh my goodness. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Let's turn you around. Sorry about the swirl. Oh dear. Oh, and the hand. So thanks very much for watching. This is Angela from Not Just About Ducks saying thank you very much for watching again, and I'll see you all in the next video. Please like and subscribe to my videos. Yes, stay safe, get your jabs, and God bless you all, and thanks for all your support. You've been absolutely a blessing. You are all a blessing. I could just do with some more viewers. Some of my videos have adverts now, but I am under the subscribers to be getting, well, you know, to be getting appreciated, so to speak. So I need another 796 subscribers. So if you could help me with that, I'd be very, very grateful. Thanks very much again. Take care, stay safe, and God bless. Love you all. Bye.